Today marks exactly 3 years from the last time that I ever took a position on gold. You guys can see this post right here from my Instagram on November 8th, 2022 of where I closed a live position for $60,000 in front of my community, where all of my community killed it, and this clip literally just went viral because of my reaction. It was my biggest profit I had ever made at that time.
Oh, that's why we don't put it there. All of this like, yo, what the
And for some reason, my strategy never aligned with gold again. I started trading currency pairs and gold started acting crazy. And I said, you know what? I put it to the side, never traded it ever again. Fast forward 3 years and we traded gold coincidentally on the exact 3-year mark from the last time I ever traded gold. This is a pure coincidence. And I wanted to put my strategy to the test. I wanted to show people that if you have a winning checklist and you have a proper trading plan, you can actually trade anything. Doesn't matter if it's futures, if it's commodities, if it's currency pairs. And this time around, I decided to be a bit more bold and risk a bit more money. Because a lot of traders say that if you're a Forex trader, you can't be a futures trader. If you're a futures trader, you can't be a Forex trader. Or Forex traders are not real and future traders are real. Well, I put my strategy to the test to see how that went. Because I've been a profitable trader in the currency market for the last 4 years consistently, but I've never really put it to test outside of the currency market because I don't have to. I'm already making money in the currency market. But you know what? I like proving people wrong and testing myself and challenging myself to show people that if you have a winning trading plan, you can put that on any type of market. And we just killed it on gold. So let me show you guys. Now, you're probably wondering, how did I just stumble across a high probability trade setup on gold if I haven't traded it for years? Well, I was on a consecutive 3-week missing out trades from the market. Not even a winning streak, not even a losing streak. I was on a streak of just missing out opportunities every single week. And my community, because I do Zoom calls every single week with my students, they just kept spamming the chat, gold, check out gold, gold, gold. And I'm like, all right, fine. I added gold to my watch list. And when I look at gold, I can see a pattern that I see in the currency market all of the time when I take high risk counter trend trades. And I said, let's give this one a shot because it just simply makes sense. If I were to just cut out the frame of gold and just like the charts and not even, and like put a different currency pair in front of it, put Euro USD, I would take that trade every day, all day, every day. It meets my trading plan, the trade makes sense. And that's exactly what we did. We decided to just look at the market for what it is, not for the type of commodity, the type of currency pair. Just looking at the technicals and trading purely based off the technicals, not taking any consideration for fundamentals. Now, keep in mind, gold wasn't the only market that I was interested in trading for the week. I was interested in NZD USD, Euro USD, USD CHF, and GBP NZD, which I'd say 3 out of these 5-6 markets that I was interested for the week actually had the move that I was interested in. I just didn't manage to get my entry. And a lot of you guys are gonna see in this video now where I break down that I look for a very specific entry. I like to have what I like to call the perfect trade setup. And I have what is called a perfect trade checklist. I literally have a checklist where I literally check off everything on that checklist. And if everything checks off, I take the trade. If everything does not check off, I do not take the trade because it is not a perfect trade setup. So lately, I have been a very picky trader simply because I want to take the best type of trades. I'm in the quality game, not the quantity type of game. I want to make sure I can catch a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, not a quick 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. So let me show you how I break down gold and I can exactly understand where this market is, exactly how it would be if it was a currency pair, and how I found that perfect trade setup. Third, and definitely not least, is gold. So gold, right now, I am potentially waiting for a price to come back and retest this area of interest. So let me give you guys my thought process on gold and why I think we're going to sell off. We're at an all-time high. After us being at this all-time high, we have clearly shown signs of a slowdown. Now, the weekly time frame has done, this is an ugly evening star formation, but it's that without a doubt. So we've shown that we've slowed down after this high. Something that continues to go to the upside just needs to have some type of a retracement before it continue going up. It just needs proper structure. I'm taking this trade as if it were to be a foreign exchange currency pair. And I'm just treating it based off of market structure, not for the commodity that it is, right? So this right here on the daily time frame, the daily time frame structure has gone bearish. Whether you trade ICT, ICP, PP fucking whatever, this is the higher low and now we have shifted below it, making this bearish. This is currently cooking up a potential head and shoulders. Now, this is not an area of interest on the daily time frame. We all know an area of interest needs a minimum of 3 touches. This only has 1, and if you look left, obviously there's fucking nothing because we've never been this high. But on the 4-hour, you can tell that we have some very clean 4-hour rejection candlesticks. Resistance, resistance, support, support, and right now we are cooking up some resistance. We're rejecting that EMA. 4-hour has shifted bearish. Very clean 1-hour lower highs and lower lows until right now where we have broken above. What I'm going to be waiting for price on gold is going to be for price to give me another retest of this area, even a liquidity grab, and then a shift to then sell to the downside. So I'm going to be waiting for any bearish confirmations from gold to basically sell, to be completely honest. That's really it. I'm trading this as a foreign exchange pair. I'm trading it basically off of the market structure that it's showing me, and we're going to either make money this week on this pair or lose money. But I do want to enter a sell position on gold. I'm not trading against the trend. I'm just trading again based off of what structure is showing me if I were to be trading a currency pair. So I'm treating this as such. Now, moving on to day 2, we waited for that extra confirmation, which is we're waiting for the market to show us the hand first. I want the market to confirm to me that it is indeed rejecting this area of interest. I want the market to tell me that we're actually going in that direction. I personally do not care if I get a little bit of a later entry and I have to give a bit of a bigger stop loss. If I have that confirmation that we are actually going in that direction, it just simply makes sense. I don't want to enter a trade anticipating if the market is going to have that move, rather if it literally shows us that we are already having that move, because we're just entering with momentum at that point and we're continuing with the trade rather than trying to pick that perfect top or predict that perfect bottom. I've tried to do that for years, and trust me, that is a battle that you will never win. There might be some trades where you do catch and it does look cool when you post a screenshot because you have a sniper entry at a wick, but for longevity and for sustainability in your account, trust me, it's cooler to just be profitable than to have a cooler entry. Doesn't really make sense. But this is where we wait for these extra confirmations, and I break it down now.
Gold has had the pullback into this area exactly how I wanted. The 4-hour time frame has given us a little bit of a rejection from this area. What I really like is a 2-hour, clean 2-hour bearish engulfing, 1-hour clean, 1-hour evening star formation. I just like that obviously it's doing what it's supposed to do below this resistance. Price is rejecting, right? Just quick update on all the other markets. AUD, USD, we fucking missed the whole entire thing. And it's okay, not a big deal. Euro GBP, we missed the whole fucking thing once again. It's okay, not a big deal. NTD USD, we missed the fucking thing. It's okay, not a big deal. Yeah, we've missed everything. And I'm not gonna miss gold. And I think it's like the one pair or the one market that we should not be fucking with. We should not be fucking with gold right now. I mean, technically I should be entering right now. I just want to see the push. I want the confirmation. I'd rather get a worse entry. Like I literally rather get an entry down here, but it have the confirmation that it's actually pushing to the downside. I'll make my stops a bit tighter, make the risk to reward worth it, but I want that confirmation that the market is indeed going to go down. So we're going to continue to wait for this confirmation. I have my alarm set here or my alarm set here, so it notifies me when the market does one or the other, honestly. But I believe this is ready to go down. I don't think that this is going to go further up. I could be wrong though. This area of interest is a bit tricky. We can make it something like that. Give it a little bit more. Yeah, it's okay, right? It's okay. So I'm gonna keep my, I'm just staring at this right now, just literally like this. This is what live trading feels like. I'm just, sucks. So we'll come back as soon as this gives us our entry confirmation, but I'm gonna be waiting for a rejection to sell.
Long story short, right now we have the rejection that we've been looking for from gold, but there's a fucking motherfucking problem, and that is that we are out of session. or about to be out of session. So I'm going to be very interested in taking this trade come London session right now, because we are ending New York session and I am not seeing any clean reaction from this market at this very moment right now. So I am not like, I mean, this is a very clean reaction, but like I don't see enough momentum. Let me correct myself there, right? This is a clean reaction. I don't see enough momentum from this market. So I am not interested in jumping into this trade right now. I already missed out on AUD USD from those highs. Looks like it's going to be retracing right now, which is phenomenal. Euro GBP, same exact thing. I don't want to miss this one, but I also don't want to enter a trade out of session just because I'm going to be into some potential unnecessary drawdown. This is not a bad entry even entering here, but I'm going to be very, very, very patient on my entry. So for now, we'll come back pre-London session and enter with these impulse sells. Continuing on to day 3, we start off our morning with the best and most anticipated move that we can possibly have, a massive bearish candlestick to the downside. Now, this is where these extra confirmations come in extremely clutch, because you get a precise entry, no drawdown, straight to take profit. That's cool for an example like this, but I also battle with many times where I wait for these extra confirmations where I miss out on these opportunities. On this specific example, it worked perfectly. I could have not asked for any type of better extra confirmation. No drawdown, enter the trade, straight into profit. And the trade actually had the break of the neckline, came back, retested it. We were out of session, came back, retested it again. I got my perfect bearish engulfing candlestick and I took the trade right early in the morning. And then I had a couple zooms in the morning that I had to do, which I was late in. And then as soon as I ended them, I started recording, started pretty much just capturing the moment of what was happening. And to say the least, I was pretty hyped.
Oh my God. Binga! That's all I gotta fucking say. Oh, you can't trade gold. You can't trade this. Yo, I am telling you. Man, bro, up $136,000 on gold right now. I'm not gonna lie. I went a little conservative. I was being a little bitch. I was scared. All the people out there scaring me, saying, "Oh, gold, it will fuck you. Gold will da." Bro, why do I listen to people, bro, that don't know what they're doing, man? This is annoying. Because I could have totally traded this like a regular currency pair, exactly how I did with my analysis. And I could have capitalized off of this like a regular currency pair. I explained perfectly the sell-off, explained perfectly everything. Fuck, man. We got the break of this neckline right here, this left head, right shoulder. We broke this neckline. We came back and retested it. This was out of session. So then I let the trade come back once again, gave me that bearish engulfing candlestick, rejection from the EMA, this area of interest, and below round psychological 4,000. Beautiful sell-off. It does not get any cleaner, any simpler than this. It's the exact same shit that I do with currency pairs. Nothing changes at all. Like nothing would change if this was like I could have just seen this chart. Like let's say you're only showing me this right here. I'm going to trade this pattern every single time because this is a winning pattern. Doesn't matter if it's on gold, if it's on US 30, SPX 500, Euro USD, GBP NZ. It doesn't matter. It's just a winning pattern. And I have the checklist. I have the strategy that I use every single week to follow my trade because this is what I look for in a trade. I look for this specific pattern. I don't care if it's on the fucking Mexican peso against the Russian dollar, if those are even currencies. The point, I'm sure they are currencies. The point is that this is a winning pattern. This is the pattern that simply fucking works. Doesn't matter what type of market it shows it on. And I have just busted that myth here once again at another week, trading the markets, testing myself, and attempting to try something new. This feels good. All I can say is set and forget, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a beautiful, well, the trade's not done, job's not finished, but it's just a beautiful example. AUD USD, me cago en la pinga, bro. I fucking missed this shit, bro. This is such a beautiful trade setup. I missed it. Euro GBP, price came back into this area of interest. I am yet to have my entry. I want to wait for price to actually break below this area before I can have the sell-off. NZD USD did not give us the pullback. It just opened up, kept going down. Euro USD opened up, kept going down. Everything just kept going down, and this one kept going up. GBP NZD has officially made it to this area of interest, so now I'm going to be waiting for this market to give us the shift of structure for us to be interested in selling this market to the downside. And I want to wait for that daily time frame to close so I can have that daily rejection as a confirmation. This is fun. See, I needed this. This is I definitely needed this, because trading gets boring sometimes, and I haven't traded in I haven't had a winning trade in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I definitely needed this, especially on gold. This is just fantastic. Picasso, this is perfectissimo. You know what I'm talking about, you motherfuckers. Set and forget's all I gotta say. We'll check back in a couple of hours.
All right. That's all I gotta say.
It feels good to wake up from a nap. I just woke up from a nap. And to see that your trading bias is so fucking right, and your strategy and your analysis is so fucking right, that a trade can do this. It can have a push, could have the retracement, but trade will continue its trend. I've worked so hard to get to this point where I am right now in trading, where I'm so confident in my analysis and I'm so confident in my trade. You know, despite all the memes, despite all the troll shit that I do, I've worked really hard to get in this position. So all I can say is that I'm going to continue to hold this trade. I'm going to continue to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And I'm going to continue to fucking set and forget. Every other trade is pretty much gone, right? There's no possible entry in them. So I'm just going to let this one do its thing, you know? Right now we are currently up a nearly 1-to-2 risk to reward. So let's let it cook. We'll be back.
And oh boy, did it cook. So before I show you guys exactly what happened on gold, I want you guys to understand the my whole entire purpose and reasoning behind taking gold is for me to prove a point that gold is exactly the same as any other market. People always make this claim, oh, gold is a monster, it's a beast, you gotta be scared of it, be cautious when you go trade it. Bullshit. I think gold is exactly the same as any other market. I just think it trends harder, obviously, because it's heavily backed by the fundamentals. But if you just look at the market patterns that are presented by this market, it literally does the exact same thing as the currency market. So my whole approach, my whole narrative, my whole reasoning to trading gold is so I treat it like a currency pair. So there's some decisions that I make that are exact same things that I would do on a currency pair. Might not be what gold traders are used to and something that gold traders typically don't do, but it's my normal in my world, and it's what I do every single week when I trade with my students. So following back on what gold did after I did what I like to call the perfect entry trade, that basically hit my 1-to-2 after I had this massive push to the downside. Gold came back and then it retested this structure point right at this area, and then price came all the way back and gave me that 1-to-2 risk to reward. So this is where we stopped our last market update. As you guys can tell, I am obviously not home right now in my office. I had to travel. Right now I am in a mastermind that I'm going to be doing with some of my private students, and I had to travel over here. I was late for my flight. Pilots were basically like backing the delay that we had to leave, and I just packed all my stuff and left. And as you guys can see right here, I can see to the left whenever the market has this break and retest from this area, it's very short-lived. Break and retest from this area, it's very short-lived, except from this point right here. So as soon as price came back once again to my 1-to-2 risk to reward, I decided to close out one of my positions on one of my accounts, which you guys can see right here, which is the one that I was showing you guys. And then on my other account, which is the one I like to be a bit more ballsy, a bit more high risk, I decided to continue to hold that position. And that position that I decided to continue and hold basically came back and took me out at my stop loss. I know what a lot of you guys might be saying, Alex, why didn't you close that position on that account at break even? Why don't you ever go to break even? I am not a break even trader. I am either going to have my trade hit my stop loss or have my trade hit my take profit. There's no in between. I am a firm believer if you are closing out your trade at break even, you're not comfortable with your trade. So I was anticipating for price to come back into this area, give me clean rejections, and then have a continuation push to the downside. I already closed the bigger position, already out at a 1 to 2. But on my other account, I was wanting for this trade to continue to have a new lower low leg to the downside. So this is technically a perfect head and shoulders right now. And what I was anticipating for price to do is after we had this left head and now this right shoulder, I was going to anticipate for price to have that push all the way down, continuating that right shoulder to the downside. Price came back and now I decided to have another pullback before it can potentially do that. This is basically setting up the exact same trade for this upcoming week. So I will probably take the exact same trade once again on this market because it's just doing the exact same position. So I anticipated for this trade to make it down to this leg and even lower, and I wanted to be the hero and have a hero move, say, oh, I caught a 1 to 5 on risk to reward, and that's why I do this on my other accounts where it's not as significant compared to my other account. But yeah, basically closed out the main position, which I record for this channel on the 1 to 2 once price came back into there because I was just going to be traveling, caught my 1 to 2, that's all I needed. And on my other account, price came all the way back into break even and then took me out of my stop loss. Didn't budge for a single second. That was part of my plan. I stuck to it and I will not change that for anything. If I'm trading gold, if I'm trading currencies, if I'm trading Forex, if I'm trading anything. And you guys can just see this clip right here of me in GBP CAD.
Being greedy in the market just made me lose $120,000 on this trade. I was up 200K, now I'm only up 83,000. I was trying to hit the jackpot. I was trying to make $500,000 on the trade. Did the trade have the possibility to do that? Sure. But if I already hit my 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward, why not close the trade out there? And I understand I did a dumb decision and now I'm paying the consequences for it. But guess what? I go take another trade and I don't go in with the same mindset. I learned from my mistakes. I'm not going to let this trade affect my next trade.
Showing you guys right here. That's how we do it. 50. Hold on, let me screen record it for the haters on social media. Gotta do it for the fucking haters. This is the haters' goals right here. Their goals to make $55,000 a month. And I'm doing this on accident. Like I am like, this is like break even to me almost.
Where I was up a 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward. And I committed to the trade. I wanted for the trade to go to a 1 to 10. Could you call it a bit greedy? Sure. But the cool part about it is I understand the decision that I'm making and that does not affect me with my next trade. A lot of people, when they go and get greedy with their trades, they let that influence their next trade and they start getting FOMO, they start taking trades that they shouldn't be taking. I can take these ballsy moves and be more greedy or be more savage, whatever you want to call it, but it won't affect my next trade. I stick to my trading plan because I have a perfect trade checklist that I follow every single week and I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm totally okay with it and I know exactly how I can fix that or spot it when I'm doing it again. So yeah, I did that once on GBP CAD. I was up like 200 grand and trade came back and took me out of my stop loss. Now, this is just another one of those examples where I anticipated a bigger risk to reward. Didn't happen for the majority of it, but I think we're gonna take the same trade in this upcoming week. But to me, this is a perfect and a beautiful trade setup, and I plan to take these trades every single time the market presents themselves. Now, some weeks of me making this decision of continue to hold the position or not lets me either have a losing week or a losing streak, a winning week or a winning streak, break-even week or a break-even streak like the one I was just coming off of right now because of me deciding to enter this trade. And the beauty of this outcome is because I have the perfect trade checklist. I know the exact trade that I'm taking every single time that I'm taking it. And I'm able to make a decision. Is this a perfect trade or not? If it's not, I might either not take it or lower my risk. If it is the perfect trade, I either take it or up my risk. And that is the beauty of the results of my trading, is that I know exactly the type of trade that I'm taking and that directly reflects in my results. And I want to reveal to you this exact trade checklist and how to use it, because it's a whole entire sheet and document where you have to check off every single confluence to see if the trade has it or not, should you wait for it or not. And I'm going to be hosting this class here on YouTube completely for free. So comment the word perfect trade checklist if you want to get access to it and be part of that class, because I've never shared this checklist before. I'm sure you guys see the little tab on top of my screen next to my trading view and to the brokers that I use every single week, because I go in there and I check my trade, make sure that it's good before I take it. And a lot of you guys have been asking for it. You guys can see in these comments right here. And I'm just gonna hold this class live for you guys so you guys can get access to the sheet and most importantly, know how to use it. So if you guys wanna get access to it, first of all, hit that subscribe, hit the like button, and comment the word perfect trade checklist so you guys can get access to this document and learn how to use it most importantly. So you guys can have this consistent every single week. Now, whether you're a beginner trader, intermediate trader, or even experienced or advanced trader, we have students that join every single week where they jump in and we educate them from the level that they are to get them to understand the strategy that I use every single week. Because you're working with me directly on a one-on-one basis where I'm reviewing your trades, you're being part of a winning community, and most importantly, you literally get to get access to the exact trades that I am interested in trading every single Sunday before the market even opens. So I'm not only educating you on how to trade, but I'm setting you up for success by giving you the perfect markets trade every single week. So if you're interested in that and you want to see how that works and if you could even get accepted, because not anybody could just get accepted, click the link in the description down below and see what the community is about and how students every single week are following the set and forget strategy and this perfect trade checklist to have these results and catch all types of trades in the markets. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.